Good morning, you guys. I am going to be filming a little vlog today of our day. Bowen, mommy's in here. I literally have you guys sitting on like I literally just have to show you because it's so funny. Look at the pile of things right there. So filming a vlog for TikTok. We've got little man in the bedroom playing with whatever he is finding. Today is Trenton's 24th birthday and we actually went yesterday and got most of what we needed. Like super big gift or anything. I did get him a leaf blower, which it was, I guess that was kind of expensive. It was a couple $100s. My love language is definitely gift giving. Like I spend or like plan trips or like it's always something crazy for birthdays. Do something small because we just booked a vacation for us in July. The toilet, Bubba. Yucky. It's mommy's fault. Anyways, we just booked a family vacation for Florida in July, and we also just built this house. So we just don't need to be spending a bunch of money on birthdays. So I did pick him up a leaf blower, which we needed for the house anyway. Is make him like a little gift basket. I had to get him things in the basket that he already needed. So cologne, he needed new like shaving cream, a new shaving trimmer. I did get him something to do a craft with Bowen, and we're gonna do handprints, and it's gonna say Best Daddy hands down, a frame for him, and that's gonna be from Bowen. So I think that'll be super sweet. Stuff to decorate the kitchen, balloons and like a banner. And then of course he wants a cookie cake, that's his favorite. So we're gonna run to the store later this afternoon after Bowen's first nap here in town and grab him a cookie cake and some candles. I'm making steak for dinner, which is his favorite. I am so sorry, like you literally can't even see what I'm doing in this vlog on my camera, but I cannot get you guys high enough. I need to buy, there we go. I need to buy a new tripod for my camera. And also I feel like the lighting on here looks a little orange. I'm really sorry. And then, so we'll probably get all that stuff together, get the banner up, the balloons up, and need to get Bowen's craft made. Beautiful singing. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful, Bowen. So that's what I'm doing today. Mostly I'm doing stuff for Trenton's birthday. I have steaks in the freezer. I need to get out and let de-thaw those out and probably let them de-thaw a couple hours like on the countertop, and then stick them in a bag of like some marinade. Come back in the fridge and let them marinate till tonight. And then I think we're gonna have probably some baked potatoes with them and green beans. And another thing I was wanting to do today is make rolls. Famous Texas Roadhouse rolls. So I'm going to be making those eventually today. So you guys will probably get to see that here on my longer YouTube channel vlog. So I'm on track with like Wednesday nights. But like last week I had a technical issue and I didn't get to post it till Thursday morning. But I hope you guys are liking my YouTube channel. It really is like, not that I didn't have respect for YouTubers before, but I have like more respect for them now because it really is a lot of work. I want to do like a good amount of editing to finish getting ready. Again, I'm so sorry. I feel like you guys can't even see what I'm doing, but I don't know how to make my camera go up higher without it like falling over. I'm gonna throw on something, probably just like leggings and a t-shirt. It's kind of cold again here, like 60s. It was in the 80s last week, so I'll probably just wear leggings today. But I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed. I'm making Bowen some breakfast here really quick. Just some pancakes and banana. His favorite breakfast. I'm making me some cinnamon toast, which is my favorite breakfast. This is like my favorite brand, the Thomas Swirl. The cinnamon swirl bread. Bowen, quit grinding your teeth, bub. Like, will that hurt his teeth? I know they're just baby teeth, but... I usually just put butter on the cinnamon toast. Yummy. This bread smells so good. I'm gonna probably go sit down at my computer in my office and get those designs printed off. I think I'm just gonna get on my Canva account because I have like a pro Canva account and then create the design based off of my inspiration. Print 2 copies just in case we mess one up. It used to be, I used to have like my coffee bar in here, which I might, I don't know, one day maybe I'll make it a coffee bar again in here, but for now I feel like the space is utilized a little bit better as an office. The rollout cabinets in here for my small appliances, but I find that for now at this stage of my life that it has become a little bit more of a useful space for my computer and my printer, and I can close this French door behind me and I can edit videos and everything while Bowen's napping. Inspo says best dad hands down, so I bought a black frame so we can set it up in our bedroom and it'll match. Design on my Canva, so I'm gonna say like best dad hands down, and then I'm gonna print it off. I'm gonna do 2 copies, finish the design, so I'm gonna show you guys. Whoops, there goes my phone. So this is what it looks like. So cute. We are gonna go ahead and do the little craft. I am actually changing him into his outfit for the day, and I figured I would go ahead do this craft so that the paint doesn't get all over his clothes. I'm really hoping that I don't get any of it on me though. Frame, we have a lot of black accents in our house, so I figured that would match perfectly. This is the paint I got. It's by Hello Bobby. That is the brand, but it's very non-toxic and washable, and it's like for kids, so that's what we're using. Oh gosh, I'm already nervous because he's like already trying to get into it. So I think my plan is to just use one of his hands, and I'm just gonna dip his whole hand into the paint. I'm gonna get some napkins ready for this. All right, buddy. I gotta lock his other arm down. Okay, so that was already a fail because there's way too much on it. So I think what I'm gonna do is dab his hand on the paper towel after I dip it. Okay. Oh no. Open your hand. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was an absolute fail. I think I'm gonna print off another one. I just printed another copy. Boop. I'm gonna try to use my finger to get some of the extra off. I think that was the issue even with the napkin. Here we go. 1, 2, open your hand. Open your hand. Oh, we might have got a good one, guys. Okay, that one looks good. One more hand. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's what it looks like. What? So I traced them a little bit, but here's how it turned out. Definitely do a darker paint color if you decide to do this with your kids, but it is so cute. And then he helped me trace his name down here. Look how sloppy it is. Oh my gosh, Trenton's gonna get a kick out of this. Okay, I went ahead and scratched the idea of going to the store. I accidentally turned my microwave on. Scratched the idea because Bowen was just way too tired. He would have been a bear in the store. So we're just gonna zoom there once he wakes up from his nap. So in the meantime, while he's sleeping, I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the decorations that I bought set up in here on the kitchen island. And then I have steaks here that I just de-thawed, and I'm gonna go ahead and marinate them. I was gonna show you guys what I'm marinating them. This is our favorite marinade. There we go. We use this marinade for all of our like meat, chicken, pork chops, and steak. So this is what the brand is. And with this one, you have to mix it with oil, water. So I like to marinate for a couple hours. You can marinate however long you want. You don't even have to marinate, but I'm gonna make up this mixture really quick, and then I'm gonna set aside a couple teaspoons of it to use it to baste the steak while I'm making it. But for the most part, I'm just gonna brush this and like drizzle it all over the steak, and then I'm gonna put the steaks in the fridge and let them marinate all day. set up all the decorations here because it's like right whenever you walk in from our garage. So when he walks in, he'll see it. So I'm gonna try to decorate the dining room table. So this is what I got him. The inflatable happy birthday balloon sign, and then his age, which is 24, and these big balloons. So I am going to try to get all of this set up. Okay. I always feel like I'm gonna pass out when I do that. So I gotta do the happy. And not gonna lie, I thought these came with string, so I'm gonna have to get creative on how I'm gonna hang these up. Plans since these didn't come with string. Just some tape and like tape these onto the island. It's not my best work, but it's fine. He's really not gonna care. I also got these giant numbers, so I think what I'm gonna do is blow these up and hang them from the island light somehow. Don't ask me how, I'm gonna figure it out. There's one done. They are both filled up, and now I'm going to attempt to string them from the light fixture. Could look worse, okay? That's what I'm telling myself, is that it could look worse. But here's what we ended up with. This is the little goodie basket. I have to grab a couple more things at the store, like some more candies that he likes, but I got him this fancy smancy beard trimmer, some of his favorite underwear to pack, some hunting gloves for turkey. So this was his bigger gift, which is a leaf blower. It looks a little cheesy, but it's fine. He'll think it's cute. And I just have to get some more filler stuff for his basket and his cake. So now I'm just gonna wait for Bowen to wake up, and then we're gonna head to the store and get the rest of the stuff. Look who just woke up from his night-night. Have a good night-night. You can say hi to the vlog. You see Daddy's balloons? So I'm gonna throw a little sweatshirt on him and his socks, and we are gonna head out the door. We need to go because like Trenton is gonna be off work in a couple hours, and obviously I wanna have all this stuff done before he gets home. We are gonna head out the door, and I will be back whenever we're back. We just got home from the store. We were able to grab everything we needed. We got so lucky. There is literally only one cookie cake left, but it has pink icing on it. So Trenton's just gonna have to get over that it has pink icing. It was literally the only one left. I had to ask the worker in the bakery, and she had to go to the back and get it. So it had like just been made. But I am making Bowen some lunch. He's just eating some leftovers from dinner last night. And then I'm gonna start on making rolls. They have enough time to properly rise before dinner tonight. So I'm just gonna wash my hands before I start making the rolls, because you do a lot with your hands with these. I've experimented with a couple different recipes. I've added, taken away, adjusted measurements, and I kind of just make them to how my family likes them. It takes a lot of practice. I feel like I made them like 8 or 9 times before I was like, These are good. And I'm gonna make the whole batch because we stick them in the fridge and we use them the rest of the week for different things. And I'm not gonna go like step by step. I think what I'm gonna do is just tag you guys, or tag my recipe that I follow from Pinterest description. And I think I'm just gonna kind of do it and then speed you guys through the motions. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I think the most important thing to note with these rolls is that they are yeast rolls, and you have to be really careful with yeast because you can kill it really easy. If your yeast dies, then your recipe is pretty much done from there because you need yeast to rise the rolls, obviously. So I think that was like one of my rookie mistakes. The first couple times I made the rolls was my yeast died because either my milk was too hot or I didn't like stir it or wait for it to bubble enough. So like keep that in mind and definitely do some research on yeast before you do this recipe because it is a little bit finicky. Speed you guys up along through the recipe so you don't have to watch the entire thing. Is probably the next most important part of this recipe because if you don't allow the dough to rise properly twice, then the rolls will be stiff and dense and they won't be like that fluffy, nice Texas Roadhouse texture. So I always do a warm rise in my oven, and what I do is like at this point, I will turn my oven on warm. And right before I put the rolls into the oven, I'm going to turn the oven completely off, and it will just make this like warm ambient environment for the dough to rise for 60 minutes once I get the dough formed and into a bowl. So that's what you can do at this point. We're going to start adding the flour to form the dough. So this is what your yeast mixture will look like. When I kind of described it earlier as foamy, this is what I meant. So if you can see, it's just like a bunch of bubbly, foamy area. But that is like pretty good indication, like 100% indication that your yeast is active to start working in your dough. Once your yeast mixture is nice and foamy, like I just showed you guys, we can start adding the rest of the ingredients. So I have my softened butter. I'm gonna go ahead and add that in. I'm gonna have 1 room temperature egg. Careful, bub. And then we're gonna go ahead and add 2 cups of flour. We'll end up using about 4 cups, but we wanna add that gradually. There's 2 cups of flour. We're just gonna set this to the side because we're gonna have to use it again. Our bread hook attachment, dough ball, and then we're gonna just keep adding flour until it forms a really nice bread dough ball. Officially formed a ball. That's what it looks like. So when it looks like that, you know you're done adding flour. I spray some grease or some Pam or like something in the bowl so the flour or so the dough doesn't stick. And then you're literally just gonna dump this dough ball into the and then I do like to kind of form it into a better ball once I get it in the grease or in the bowl. Sorry, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. But I'm just kind of getting it into a nice formed ball. I ended up using about 4.5 cups of flour, so a little bit more than what the recipe said. It's just based off of what you feel like you need. There's discrepancies in measuring and the egg and everything, so you might just have to give a little bit more or lesser of whatever the recipe is. Adding a little flour where it's a little sticky. And you don't want to knead it too much, so I'm just gonna do this, and I'm just gonna cover the bowl that has the dough in it with a kitchen towel, and I'm gonna place it in the oven, and I'm gonna set a timer for about 40 minutes, and then I will come back and check on it. By 40 to 60 minutes, it should be double in size. Once it's double in size, I will be back on camera to show you guys what you do next. My bread dough is done rising. Look at that rise, you guys. I can already tell that it's a good rise. So there it is, double in size. To clean off my rolling surface, flour, just so that the dough doesn't stick at all onto the surface. The recipe calls for 24 rolls. The nice thing about the recipe that I'm gonna link is you can actually adjust however many rolls you wanna make, and it adjusts the recipe measurements for you, which I love because not everyone wants to make 24 rolls. We do because, like I said earlier, we like to store some in the fridge and eat them at a later time, but I have 2 pans. I like to use aluminum foil just because it's easier to clean up, but you don't have to. You can just spray them with Pam. We're gonna empty it onto our surface. I'm gonna lower you all so you can see what I'm doing. It's gonna knead it a couple minutes. You do not wanna over knead your dough. And just add flour if you need to, if it gets a little too sticky. Again, you don't wanna knead this too much. I say 5 minutes at the maximum. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with this ball, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my roller and flour it and roll this out to about 12 by 8 inches and then ½ inch thick. Cut it to where it makes about 24 to 30 rolls. So this is about the size you want it. It's gonna go ahead and place them onto the pan. You're literally just gonna cover them with a kitchen towel again. So I've actually used this one. Take your kitchen towel, cover it like this, and you're gonna leave them sit out to rise again. The recipe says to leave them out for another 60 minutes and bake, but it is 4:30 right now. I like to bake these and we like to eat them warm. I don't like to rewarm them, better fresh. So I'm just gonna let them rise until I'm ready to put them in the oven in a couple hours. All they're gonna do is rise a little bit more, bake them and have them pre-baked. Again, I just like to freshly bake them and we can get them right out of the oven. Pop them in the oven at 350 for I think 12 minutes. For me, it takes about 10. I would start it at like 8 minutes and then just check it. Depending on your oven, it's gonna take different time. And stop the vlog here. I'm gonna shoot some footage when Trent gets home of our evening, kind of what I made for dinner, how it looks and how the rolls turn out. And I will stick that in this video with some music or something, but I'm gonna clock out here. That way I can spend some time with my family and can just focus on them. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this vlog and I will see you guys next time.